السلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته. بسم الله والحمد لله والصلاة والسلام على رسول الله أما بعد. رب اشرح لي صدري ويسر لي أمري واحلل عقدة من لساني يفقهوا قولي. Welcome all of you to another session. بإذن تعالى, today we're going to continue with what we've been learning regarding the letters of the alphabet, learning their shapes, excuse me, learning their shapes, meaning the way they look, learning their names, as well as learning the sounds that they make with the different types of accent marks, whether it's the short vowels, the basic accents, the short vowels, or the long vowels, which there are 6 in total. 3 short vowels and 3 long vowels, as all of you know. In addition to learning the different steps or different positions of writing the letters, whether they're in the beginning, the middle, the end, or by itself. Does anybody have any questions regarding anything covered previously or regarding the homework? So far, we've taken from the letters Alif all the way through the letter Wad. And from those letters there were a number of letters that looked very similar to each other. But the difference between them was number of dots and the placement of those dots. Number of dots and the placement of those dots, right? So let's continue with that, inshallah. So today we're also going to take 4 more new letters, bi-idhnillahi ta'ala, right? But before we do that, let's just take a quick review and see how well we recognize the letters that we've taken thus far. Okay, so if we start from here, from Alif to the letter Wad that we've taken thus far. We'll start with Brother Hussein. Can you please read the circled letter for me, please?
Dal.
Very good. One more time.
Dal.
Very good. You're very good. Try not to have it so a bit. It's not. I'm not saying it was dal, but it's in between dal and dal. Whether you want dal, more of that flat sound. Dal.
Dal.
Much better. Very good. Ahsanta. Sister Nelissa, can you please read that circled letter for me, please?
Tha.
Tha. Make it a bit clearer. It sounded almost like a ta. Tha.
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 Ahsanti.
Tha.
Ahsanti. Very good job. Brother Shadi, can you please read the circled letter for me, please?
Ha.
Ha. Ahsanta. Ahsanta. Very good. Brother Sharif, can you please read the circled letter for me, please?
Ra.
Ra. Ahsanta. Very good job. Very nice. You guys are doing really good. Brother Sayyid, can you please read the circled letter for me, please?
Za.
Zai. Zai.
Zai.
Zaz the sound. Very good. That's very nice. But I want us to know the technical difference between the sound and the name. So the name of this letter is Zai, and the sound that it would make would be, like you said, Za, if it had a basic accent making the A sound. But the name of this letter is Zai. Zai. Very good. Ahsanta. Brother Hussein, please.
Alif.
Alif. Ahsanta. Sister Melissa.
Dod. Dod.
One more time.
Dod.
Very good. So what I want you guys to also notice, just understand the rest of you guys, the letter wad versus dod. Dod. Can you hear the difference? Dod versus wad. You hear the difference? So the difference there is the first one, dod, is like taking the letter dal and turning it into that rounded sound. Dod, dod. Rather, what we're looking for is the letter wad, wad. Remember we said it does not come from the tip of our tongue, but rather it comes from the side of our tongue in conjunction with our upper molars. In conjunction with our upper molars. In addition to that, you're going to ensure that you're elevating the rear of your tongue. So be starts off with like that bullfrog sound. Wad, wad versus dod, dod. Do you guys all hear the difference between those two pronunciations? Can you try that
Yes.
again for Sister Melissa? It'd be wad, wad.
Dod. Dod.
Much better. Brother Shadi.
صاد
صاد. أحسنت. Brother Sharif.
Del.
One more time.
Del.
Okay, maybe just probably for the microphone. You're saying val, right? Val.
DH. Yes. Del.
Okay, val. Great. Try to it's gonna have a little bit of a stretch, right? Not dal, but val, val.
Val.
There you go. Ahsanta. Very good. Brother Sayyid.
ها
One more time, please.
ها
Kha. Great. Try to have a little bit of a scratch in your throat. Kha.
ها
Kha. Try to have a little bit of a scratch. Kha. Kha.
ها ها
Kha. Very good. Have a scratch with that rounded sound. Kha. Kha. Very good. Brother Sayyid.
جيم
Jeem. Ahsanta. Very good. Brother Hussein. Brother Hussein.
Ba.
Great. Try to have your sounds. Remember when we when we spoke about the letters, there's certain letters that are going to have this ah sound, and other letters we mentioned they're going to have this ah sound, right? So it's not almost ba, ba, but rather to be ba, ba. There's a difference. More of a flatter sound. So the majority of the letters, guys, they're going to fall into that category of versus ah. Rather, it's going to be ah. So it's going to be ba, 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 as opposed to ba. Please try that again.
Ba.
Jazakallah khair. Very good. Sister Melissa.
Seen.
Ahsanti. Brother Shadi.
شين
Sheen. Ahsant. Ahsant. Brother Sharif.
Ta.
Very good. Very good. Ahsantum jami'an. All of you guys did a great job. Alhamdulillah. Recognition was great. Pronunciation for the most part is very good. Just pay attention, guys, to those letters that we mentioned. So, regarding this, the points regarding them. So, some of the letters are going to be flat, meaning your tongue is going to be flat. Rounded or heavy sound, meaning your tongue is going to be round, not your mouth, right? So we don't want to O our mouth, but rather for those letters where the sound is going to be heavy or rounded, it's the tongue that's curved, the sides of your tongue that's curved, and the rear of your tongue is elevated. From the letters that we have here, that are going to be that rounded sound, some letters that we've taken is letter kha, letter ra, letter sad, and letter wad, right? everything else that we've taken thus far is going to be happy, or meaning So when I say happy versus awesome, I'm gonna teach you guys this terminology right now. So if we take a look here, then this isn't the technical terminology to Arabic language, just for those in the English speaking language to be able to just refer back to a sound, right? So they have certain sounds that are going to be happy, meaning the word happy, ha, happy, and the majority of the letters are going to fall into that category. The majority of letters are going to fall into that category. And there are very few letters that are going to fall into that awesome category. So we have awesome versus happy. Right? So for example, kha, ra, ra. And slod, wad, wad. Okay, there are a few more letters that are added to this, but we haven't taken them just yet. But just keep in mind, like I said, the majority of letters are going to fall into that flat category, and just a few letters are going to fall into that rounded, heavy scenario, which is going to be ah. Okay, so now let's get started. What we're taking today. Okay, and from the letters that we're taking today, some of them are also going to fall into that awesome category. Okay, let's scroll back up just a little bit. Okay, so the first letter that we're taking today is going to be the letter ba. So there's certain letters here, the way that they written them in their transliteration, it tends to make it sound like the name should be ba, but rather the name of this letter is ba. And I'll show you. The name of the letters can all be written, right? So if you take a look here, it would be the letter ba that we have here with an alif, right? If we take a ba with an alif, it turns it into a, what does it turn it into, guys? A long vowel, right? Are you guys with me? It turns into a long vowel because it's the a sound followed by an alif, right? So these letters can be written ba, and then all of these letters that are not all, but the majority of letters they're written with a hamza and one, right? But we don't pronounce it. But it's ba. Well, the main point I'm trying to get at is that the transliteration does not show the stretch. The transliteration does not show the stretch. You guys want to pay attention to that. And perhaps maybe that's why some of the students were saying dhal versus dhal. Okay. So this letter, its name is ba. It is from those letters like you heard. It's going to be an ah sound, not a. So not ba, but it's going to be ba, right? Ah. It's written in 3 steps, as you can see here. Right? It's written in 3 steps, as you can see here. I want you guys to ensure you guys practice this. The homework is always the same from the beginning until now. So you want to make sure that you practice this for your homework as well. The name of this letter is ba. Let's get some practice with that. Brother Hussein, please say the name of this letter.
Ba.
Very good. Sister Melissa.
Ta.
Ahsanti. Brother Shadi.
Ba.
One more time.
Ba.
Okay, great. So you want to ensure this letter that we're not using the side of our tongue as like letter ba, but ba, tip of our tongue. Tip of our tongue placed at the root origin of our top 2 front teeth, and then you're going to curve the sides of your tongue to achieve that awesome. So ba. It comes from the same exact position as letter ta. The only difference is ta. Your tongue is flat. Now just curve the sides of your tongue, and it becomes a ba. If you guys notice that ta, and ba. So the letter ta and ba both come from the exact same spot. The difference being is going to be the characteristic or the description of the letter. Letter ta is a flat sound, and letter ba is going to be that rounded sound like we have here. Ba. Try it again, please, Brother Shadi.
Ba.
One more time.
Ba.
Much better. Ahsanta. Brother Sharif.
Ta.
Ahsant. Brother Sayyid. أحسنتم جميعا. All of you guys, very good job. The next letter that we're going to take, and if you guys are referring to the transliteration, if you notice, that's why these letters that have this rounded sound, this heavy sound, this aw sound, they have a dot under in the transliteration to indicate that this letter is going to be is going to be a rounded sound. Okay, and that's why you see here this next letter. They put Z, but in the transliteration, there's a number of ways that it can be, written in the transliteration. So they put a Z here with a dot on the bottom. It could also be written with a DH as well, etc. But nonetheless, the main thing is the pronunciation in Arabic, right? So this letter is written the exact same way as a fa. The only difference between it is that the letter wa has here. It has this fourth step. Lastly, it's going to be placing that dot right there, placing that dot, and that's the distinction between the letter fa and va in their writing. Okay, the pronunciation of this letter, like I said, is going to be va, va, va. Right, this letter comes from the same place as letter dal. Right, remember dal came from the tip of our tongue, placed at the bottom edge of our top two front teeth. Right, but for the letter dal, we kept our tongue flat. For this letter, we're going to curve the sides of our tongue and elevate the rear of our tongue. Va, va, va. This is the letter va, va. Let's practice that. Brother Hussein, please.
Tha.
One more time.
Tha.
Again.
Tha.
Very good. Va, va. Make sure that you have that ah sound. Very good. Very good. Sister Melissa.
Za, za,
Not za, but va, va, va.
za,
Make sure you're placing the tip of your tongue at the bottom edge of your top two front teeth. And then curve the sides of your tongue. Va, va.
za, za,
There you go. Ahsanti. Brother Shadi.
ضو
Ahsanta. Brother Sharif.
ضا
Ahsant. And lastly, Brother Sayyid. Ahsanta. Very good job. So we'll take two more letters today. So if you notice so far, from the letters that we've taken today, both letters ah and va, they're both falling into that ah, right? That heavy category. The next letters that we're going to take, the next two letters that we're going to take today. So if you notice, a lot of these letters that we took, they're grouped together. They look very similar, right? Sin, sheen, slad, bod, ba, va. Letters jim, ha, kha, dal, dal, etc. Same thing here again. The letter that we're going to take right now, ain, which has 4 steps to be written. 4 steps to achieve the correct writing of it. This letter and the next letter, they both look similar. The difference is the number of dots. The letter ain that we have here is free of dots. Now, its name, sometimes people have issues pronouncing it. It's not a big deal. The main concern is the pronunciation, right? So the name of this letter is ain, right? And the sound that's going to make, if it has an accent mark making the ah sound, will be ah. It's a sound that comes from our throat, okay, the top of our throat, right? I'm sorry, it comes from the middle of our throat, right? So the throat is, for example, say that this is our throat. The throat is separated into 3 categories. We have the top of our throat, obviously the middle of our throat, and the bottom of our throat. This letter ain, it comes from the middle of our throat, okay? It comes from the middle of our throat. And it's a sound that you want to get under and you want to lift it out of our throat. If think about it like that. Ah. The name of the letter is ain. Brother Hussein, please practice that.
Ein.
Very good. Sister Melissa.
ein,
Not ain, but ain.
ein, ein,
Okay. So the names are important right now. Let's try to sound. Can you say ah?
ah, ah,
Okay. So I want you to hear the difference. Can you pronounce this letter for me?
Hamza.
Okay, and then the pronunciation that it'll make with the accent mark making the A sound.
A.
Good. And this letter?
Ain.
And the pronunciation that it would make with the accent mark making the A sound.
A. A.
So if you notice, you just pronounce them both the same. You're saying A, 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 A. But first is Hamza, A. Great. But letter Ain, A, A. You want to get under it in your throat? A, A. And lift it out. A, A.
A. A.
Okay. So this is something that you'll practice with in time, inshallah. But I
I'm
want
destroying it.
no problem. What I want you to do is I want you to refer. Maybe you're a bit more of a visual learner. So have you guys been referring to the YouTube video that's provided in the link or the YouTube playlist? We said it's an external link, but I want you guys to try to refer to that in helping you guys to learn exactly where the letters are articulated from, where their point of exit is, and how to correctly pronounce them. Don't feel bad. Like I said, the majority of students have issues pronouncing this letter, so it'll take time, inshallah. Brother Shadi,
Ain.
ahsanta. Brother Sharif,
Ain.
very good. Brother Sayyid,
Ain.
very good. Ahsantum. And lastly, the letter that we're going to take today is going to be this letter, Ghain. Ghain. Written the exact same way as an Ain. The difference between it is that this letter has a dot on top of it. Now this letter, it has a like a gargle in our throat, like you're gargling some water or something in your throat. Ghain, 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 ghain. It's going to be an ah sound. So from the letters we've taken today, 3 are falling into that category. So this letter is going to be that rounded sound, that ah sound. It's going to have a gargle in our throat. Ghain, ghain. Brother Hussein, please.
Hein.
Very good. Sister Melissa.
Rein.
So that's very good. Not but ra. So that awesome. Not rain, but ra. Rain. Do you hear the difference? Can you hear the difference between that two? Not rain, but rather rain.
Rein. Rein.
Much better. Brother Shadi.
Ain.
Same thing we mentioned in the system. Not ra, but ra. Rain. Rain.
Ain.
Very good. Brother Sharif.
Ghain.
Brother Sayyid.
Rein.
Very good. أحسنتم جميعا. Now, let's go take a look now at these letters, or let's practice these letters with their accent marks. Or rather, before we do that, let's take a look at these letters in their different positions. So page 25, right? Remember I said I've read page 27, rather. I want you guys to, it's 27 in the PDF, but 25 in the actual book. So I want you guys to refer back to this page for those letters that have been taken and to learn how to write them in their different positions. If you notice the letters, I went a bit too far down. The letters that we've taken today, these 4 letters, they all are able to connect to they're all able to connect to that which comes after them, as opposed to other letters that we've learned, right? So we learned about those letters that don't connect to that which comes after them. They don't connect to that which comes to the left of them, but these letters connect, right? So that's why in the different positions that you can see, in the beginning, in the middle, and the end, they're written differently. And even when they're joined, right? When they're joined in this third column, okay? So now let's take some practice regarding these letters and their pronunciation. Brother Hussein, can you please pronounce the first letter for me? Brother Hussein, can you please pronounce that first letter for me?
Ha.
One more time.
Ha.
Ba.
With the fatah.
Yeah, ba. But it's going to be not an elongated sound, but it's just going to be ba, ba.
Ta.
Right. So you guys want to pay attention to that as well. Sister Melissa, the next letter, please.
Za.
Very good. Va, va. Very good. Brother Shadi.
The letters Ain.
Correct. And the sound that's going to make?
Ah.
Ah. Very good. Ah. Very good. Brother Sharif.
Rai.
So the name of the letter, what letter is this?
Rain.
Very good. And then the sound that it's going to make is?
I'm sorry, bro. I'm sorry. I'm just always sweating to make sure I get it right. Rai.
Okay, great. So the name, like you said, is a line, right? So the sound that's going to make, it's going to have a gargle in our throat. So two things it's going to have, right? It's firstly going to have a gargle in our throat. So we take that, it'll sound ra, ra, right? But then we also said it has to have that ah sound. So instead of ra, it'll be ra, ra, ra. Hear the difference? So two things.
Yeah.
Put that gargle and then put that ah sound. Ra, ra.
Ra.
Very
Ra.
good.
Ra.
Ahsanta, ahsanta. Very good.
Jazakallah khair.
Brother Sayyid, can you do the first letter for us, please?
D.
So you're there, you got the E sound right, but not blee, but blee, blee, blee. So paw, blee, blee.
Oh, okay. So D.
I think your sound is breaking up just a little bit. Can you say it again, please?
1 second. So D.
There you go. Letter paw, it's going to be blee, blee. Very good. Brother Hussein, next one, please.
Lee.
So if you're close, but you want to have that awesome sound, that aw sound. So it's going to be lee, lee, lee.
Z.
No, not the, but lee, lee.
Lee. D.
No, not lee. Letter va. So tip of our tongue at the bottom edge of our top two front teeth with an E sound. Lee, lee.
D.
Okay, this will take time, inshallah.
D.
Try to curve the sides of your tongue. You sound like saying D, D, like a dal, but lee, lee. Letter
D.
va, lee, lee.
Z. Z.
Great. So
Z.
you're halfway there. So you're pronouncing it the. Now curve the sides of your tongue. Lee.
D.
Much better. There you go. Very good. Sister Melissa.
Oh gosh. Okay, I'm gonna try this. A.
Much better. So it's still sounding like a Hamza E, but re. Hear that? Re. Right, we're gonna get under it. Try to lift it out of our throat. Re.
A.
Much better. Just keep practicing. So right, there's one of the letters that you need to
Okay.
keep practicing, inshallah. Brother Shadi.
Okay.
Very good. So the gargle, ri. Very good.
Ri.
Ri. Very good. Brother Sharif.
2.
So you're close, but you're saying two. But this letter should be full, right? Should have that ah sound, right? So try not to make it sound like a ta, but full.
2.
Full.
2.
But there you go. Brother Sayyid.
Woo.
Woo. Very good. Brother Hussein.
Ooh.
One more time.
Ooh.
Okay, so the other times you pronounce it with the correct sound. But here you're saying ooh, ooh, like a hamza. Rather, you want it to be ow, ow.
Oh.
There you
Ow.
go. There you go. Much better. Justin and Alyssa.
Ru, ru,
A bit more gargle. Oh, oh, oh.
ru, ru.
Very good. Ahsanti. Now let's go to the long vowels, right? So that's our short vowels. So our short vowels. Brother Shadi.
Ba.
Okay, good. But make it also. You saying ta. No,
Oh.
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 There you go. Brother Sharif.
Lo.
Very good. Brother Sayyid. Very good. Brother Hussein.
Oh.
Oh, with a gargle. Very good. Justin and Alyssa.
I know if I say T, it's gonna be incorrect,
Okay. Very good.
but I can't figure out the pronunciation because the letter would be ta, and I know this is E.
Okay, great. So the same concept will apply here. So, like you said, it's like we said, it comes from the same place as their task. So it'll be T, but now you change it. Now you want to have the aw sound to make it like a thaw, right? So it's going to be flee, flee, flee. You're still going to curve the sides of your tongue. Flee, flee.
C.
Much better, but elongate it. Flee.
C.
Very good. Ahsanti. Brother Shadi.
Li.
One more time.
Li.
There you go. Flee, flee. Very good. Brother Sharif.
I.
So I want you to practice this. It sounds E, letter Ain, and then elongate it.
I.
Much better. Brother Sayyid.
Ri,
Ri.
ri,
One more time.
ri,
There you go. Brother Hussein.
Two.
Not two, but full.
Two.
No, not full.
Two.
Again.
Two.
Good. Full. Very good. Just Melissa.
Zu.
Vu. Great. Vu. Brother Shadi.
Ow.
Very good. And Brother Sharif.
Rayu. What was it? Gau. Gau.
Okay, so let's break it down a little bit, right? So it's the line with the U sound. What's that going to make?
The. Hold on. Say that one more time.
So that line, like you said, with the U sound. So it's going to be
Ru.
the grade. And then now all you're doing is just elongating that. So instead of ru, there'll just be ru, as opposed to rawu, right? So U sound, and then just elongate it. Ru.
Ru.
Very good.
Ru.
Ahsanta. Very good job, guys. Ahsantum. Now, let's take a look at practicing these now, these letters that we've taken thus far, since we have some time today, alhamdulillah. We took all the letters that we should have taken thus far. Let's take a look at reading these letters in some examples. Okay. So here in these examples, they're showing you, they're starting from the beginning, they're putting the letters separated. Then they're showing you the way they were looking in their different positions, the beginning, the middle, and the end. And then they put it all together. Okay. And then they put it all together. So you can refer back to that. We're just going to focus on the way that it's written all together. Okay. But the Sayyid, can you please try to pronounce this first word for us, please?
Bahatha.
Very good. Very nice job. Just pay attention, guys, right? You want to make sure that we make a distinction between our short and long vowels, right? So I know generally at this stage, students tend to elongate the sounds as they're recognizing the following letter. But it should be bahatha, 3 short sounds. Bahatha. Try that again, brother. Bahatha.
Bahatha.
Very good. Brother Hussein.
Sabata.
Great. So that's not sa, but tha. Okay.
Sabata.
Very good. Thabata. Very good. Thabata. Very good. Sister Melissa.
Okay. Sharaba.
Great, but I want you to pay attention to the placement of the accent mark, right? It's not
Okay.
sha-ra, but it'll be.
Oh no, it's re.
No, very good. So it's going to sound they all together.
Shariba.
Very good. Very good. Shadiba. Very good. Shadiba. Brother Shadi.
Nethera.
One more time.
Not Nethera.
Very good. Nethara. 3 short sounds. Nethara.
Nethera.
Ahsant. Brother Sharif.
Give me one sec. Kora. I'm messing a K up. Kora.
What's the first letter?
Q, I believe, a cough.
Cough.
Oh,
Okay.
you know what? I'm sorry. My apologies. That's ta.
Ta.
All right. Yeah. Okay. Ta, ra, ko, okay. Ta, ka.
Great. Cat. So this the first point is the ta. Very good. Great self-correction there. The second one said ra is going to be ra. So ta, ra, ka. Ta, ra, ka. Ta, ra, ka.
Ta, ra, ka.
There you go. Perfect. Very good job. And brother Sayyid, please.
Satara.
Ahsantum. Very good job. So you guys did a beautiful job here. There are a lot more examples you can take a look at. If you notice here, this is not, you don't have to do this right now. This isn't something you're expected to do at this level, but they're just introducing you to these things, right? So they're just trying to build your vocabulary. If you notice, they gave you the meaning of these words, the translation of these words. So bahatha, the first word we took, means to, he looked for or he researched, right? Thabata, he stood firm. Thabata, right? Or it doesn't mean he stood firm, but it just means to be firm, right? Because it doesn't necessarily mean have to be he. It doesn't have to be used for humans only or things that have intelligence, but can be used for other things. But it just means to be firm. Shadiba, he drank. Nathara, he scattered. Taraka, he left. This translation here doesn't really give you a clear indication of its meaning, because he left, it could mean that he left, like, okay, left what? Left the room. He left, he exited, basically. But rather it means he left something. He left something, okay? So not necessarily that he left, but he left something, okay? Satara, he covered or he concealed. Once again, this is another word that referring to something else, okay? Not meaning that he covered, but it means that he covered something, right? He covered something, okay? But like I said, you guys aren't expected to know these word meanings right now. They're just trying to start introducing you guys to these words to try to build your vocabulary bank, okay? You guys can try practicing these words in your over your free time. In addition to doing the homework, there's quite a bit. We'll take more practice again in the next class, inshallah. And once we finish all the letters, then we'll have more time from the beginning of the class to the end to go over these words, inshallah. Any questions, guys, before we end today's session regarding the letters that we've taken or the letters that we've learned previously?
Are we supposed to write this ones also?
Yes.
For
Every week,
practice?
the homework will be the same every week. Yes, same homework.
Okay. What I'm saying, the words that we just covered, are we supposed
Oh,
to?
the words, yes, those words, yes.
We're supposed to write that also. Am I right?
Yes, the words, yes. The new
How many?
words.
5 times?
3 times is sufficient for that,
3 times. Okay.
inshallah. Jazakumullahu khairah. Any other questions, guys? You guys are doing a great job, alhamdulillah. Recognition is great. Just certain points we need to remember whether the letter is going to be a or it's going to be a, meaning flat-tongued versus a curved tongue, etc. Placement of tongue as well. For instance, the letter wad versus dad, right? Letter ghain have a gargle, letter kha have a scratch. So you guys want to refer back to the videos, the video lessons that have all been posted, and try your best to make notes of these points. So maybe write your letter, make these notes so you have something to refer back to. Bidhnahi ta'ala. We'll end here today, inshallah. I'll see you guys next week. وصلى الله وسلم على نبينا محمد وآخر دعوانا أن الحمد لله رب العالمين والسلام عليكم ورحمة الله وبركاته.